Hi, this is Bowen, and you're watching Papa 14 qualifying on Guns N' Roses. This band known for its dynamic energy, so who better to play it than one of the most dynamic and energetic players in pinball, Sean Grant from New York City. Quickly want to tell you about the modifications on the game here. The outlane posts have been removed, and there are large yellow nubs appearing on either side of the ramps in the right lane, which is intended to make those shots more difficult. So as Sean first gets control here, let's see what he tries to do. He shot a backhand into the band member saucer, and you're going to probably see a lot of that. 5 shots to that saucer will light multi-ball, and Sean also selected super pops as the ball was launched. Every bumper in the game is worth 2 million. Normally those go between 100,000 to a million. So by selecting super pops, Sean has set these things up to be in tandem. Every shot to the band member saucer is 10 million as he tries there and misses it. He also tried a forehand there, it looked like, and that is actually going to be a very challenging shot, I feel, because of the positioning of those yellow nubs. That shot already pretty difficult on a regular Guns N' Roses. On this one, it's almost impossible. He makes the backhand again, and we'll see him collect 10 million for that, as well as some 2 million bumpers. You're also collecting jam lights, which are the bonus multiplier, so there's even a third benefit for shooting that shot. There's a little bit of flail away. Sean looking to get control here, and a forehand shot to that saucer again, and he may change his tactics on that shot eventually. We've seen a lot of post transfers from players here, and that's what Sean's trying to do here. He's post transferred it over to the right so that he can take the backhand shot into that saucer. Nice shot there. That's 3, and we'll see 3 more, 2 more to light the multi-ball, and 1 more to start it. The other major feature on Guns N' Roses is a saucer on the left-hand side, which you can see flashing for light coma. That is a mode start. There are 9 modes, and some of those modes are worth a lot of points. Sean continuing to play careful here as he post-transfers. Bricks a shot to the band member saucer, and it carried right down the middle. Very little he could do about that, except make the shot, as he selects super pops again for the start of ball 2. The other option that players are taking for launches is to choose Mystery Award, and the Mystery Awards on this game are set up in a specific order. The third Mystery Award is Mega Pops, which is 3 million bumpers, but the other Mystery Awards are reasonably good too. The Mystery Award on ball 2 is 20x bonus multiplier, which ends up being a pretty big cash-in. You can see here Sean cashing in 2 million bumpers, and the majority of his score has come from those bumpers. So you'll consider that. He's got 224 million as we watch him get the control on the right, and you watch his head over the left flipper there. We'll see if he can make that saucer shot again for 10 million. He's carefully lined it up and bricks it right in the kickback. Guns N' Roses is a game with a kickback and a forehand shot to there. So that is 5, and now multi-ball will be lit. And as he goes in the bumpers, you'll see him score a significant number of points just from these bumpers. He's also jostling the machine a little bit, try and get a little more bumper action, and he basically picked up about 40 million in bumpers there, and that was a nice one-timer into the hole. This will start multi-ball. Either ramp is worth a jackpot for 50 million. When you complete both ramps, it will light the hole on the right for a bonus, and then we'll see where he goes from there. We'll see if he makes the ramps first, but also every bumper is 2 million points, so I have a little hard time seeing his score during the multi-ball just from the positioning of the camera, but just know that he's racking up a lot of bumpers. And some players will even drain balls on purpose here while a ball saver is on at the beginning of the multi-ball in order to get more launches into the bumpers. So he's collected more points in bumpers than in jackpots. And he's down to 1 ball, but that's really not so bad because he's got a restart coming. There's the restart. And look, he's got 500 million. He entered multi-ball at about 300. 200 million in that multi-ball with no jackpots achieved. The restart is only a 2-ball restart, and the jackpot basically becomes pathetic. 22 million. So again, there's more points in the bumpers than there are in the jackpots. There is a jackpot to the right ramp, 23 million. Meanwhile, the ball bumping around on the top scored more than that. Left ramp is worth the jackpot for 27 million, and then the third jackpot, if he is able to get there, is a flat 100 million, regardless of how you do on the first 2. So you might look at that and say, well, he didn't do very well on that multi-ball, but that doesn't matter. He picked up a significant number of points in the bumpers. And just to set you up and say how much he has going here, just before making that loop shot there, he had 607 million. Now he's got 661. So watch the score as he goes here. 661 as he shot that shot into the hole, into the bumpers. Boingy, boingy, boingy. And where's he at? About 690? Yeah, 688. So 30 million for that one shot. And pinball sometimes is about efficiency and shot making. And if he can continue to make that right loop, right lane shot efficiently, 6 shots for multi-ball, and where we saw him last, he was getting basically roughly 500 million for making those 6 shots. So again, one shot, 10 million for the shot, but these 2 million bumpers are really where it's at. He also gets 20 million for completing jam when the multipliers were maxed. So not many bumpers there, but still about 30, 40 million from just that one shot. 735 he's at now. He's going to backhand it again. And we'll see how he does. 2 more shots for another multi-ball. It's going in at 735 into the bumpers, bouncing around, blah, blah, blah. And 791, so 56 million points from that one shot. He's got to get some control here. Ball's out of control. There he goes, back under control on the right. Good trap. So presumably here he's going to keep doing the same thing he's been doing. And in some pinball machines, you know, the best strategy isn't always the most fun to watch or the most fascinating. It's simple, it picks the game apart, and he's making that shot with a reasonable efficiency and success rate. Lost ball 1 by missing that shot, but seems to have picked up a better percentage of success on that. Multi-ball is ready, and he's at 830 million. So I expect a post-transfer here. Brick post-transfer. And that was a flail away. I don't think he was aiming for that shot. He's picked up a mini multi-ball, a 3-ball multi-ball, where, let's see, scoop shot is worth 10 million. And there's a quick little feature on Guns N' Roses, which I think is really interesting. As a mode begins, the ball kicks out to an upper flipper, and there's a loop shot. If you make that loop shot, the mode is doubled. And it's a one-time chance. You don't get another chance at that. So by making that loop shot right at the beginning, those hole shots are worth 20 million instead of 10 million. This isn't the best mode for scoring. In fact, he's scoring more points off the bumpers than he is off of the jackpots. But in some modes, that double shot right off the bat is an incredibly valuable shot. It can be worth an extra 100 million on the one that goes into the captive ball. I don't really remember the names of these modes too well. And in other modes, the doubling can just have a huge effect on score. As it is, Sean really isn't playing the strategy of trying to go through all the modes and achieve that, because he's pretty much he's doing a good job of getting it into the multi-ball on the right. I think expect him to do another post transfer here, backhand it into the lane, and start his second multi-ball. So he's missed that post transfer a couple times, and again, I maybe he's aiming for that combo that he just made. I would be very surprised if that were true. This is a 2-ball multi-ball, so you can see him picking up significant points just on the bumpers. He's already at 1.2 billion now, and that is a very solid score just by itself. But cumulative effect of all those bumper points that he's picking up is very positive. Good bounce over there. Sean, a pretty patient player in multi-balls. He's willing to trap the ball, let balls bounce into each other, wait for the ball to come to him, and that was a tough drain there. Didn't get control of either ball, and then they caromed and one of them drained. Fortunately, he didn't double drain there, so it's not a major league bad effect there. It's back to regular play. Good post transfer there after some failures earlier, and he should have the multi-ball started with this shot. Yes, there it is. He's got Gilby. As second multi-ball begins, I expect him to get maybe more jackpots than the last one, but that's really not what he's after. He's getting 2 million a bumper, 1.3 billion already, another 10 million. There's a jackpot, 54 million on the left ramp, and there's 2 jackpots. Nice combo there. That will light the band member saucer on the right for 100 million, the Paradise City shot. So all he really needs is one ball trapped on the right here, and he should be able to cash that in. Down to 2 balls though. See if he gets a chance. He does not, and that will not count. I'm not sure we were celebrating there or what. There was a little showboating there by Sean. Maybe a little touch of sadness that these days games tend not to have any grace period at all on their jackpots. In a Williams game in the same era, that would have been 100 million extra for you, Sean, but not here. Sean has been a high-quality tournament player ever since he started playing tournaments back in the early 90s. Papa 4, Papa 5 in New York City, Papa 6 in Las Vegas. At pretty much every Papa tournament he's been to, he's been right up there in the field, almost always qualifying for finals. He finally made the Final Four a few years ago, I think at Papa 11, I'm not sure exactly, no, Papa 12, as he drains ball 2 on a tough bounce. The right out lane is really tough, and actually Sean's done a very good job of avoiding the right out lane, which has drained a lot of balls in this game. Left side still has a kickback active as he chooses super pops again for ball 3. Every bumper, 2 million. And that is a huge amount of points. He gets a couple of roll-ups into the jam lanes. That's nice too, because eventually those jams will be worth 20 million per completion. Sean's at 1.7 billion. As he goes back to his strategy. So very calm, collected. This is maybe not the Sean Grant some people were expecting, as Sean sometimes gets into a mode on a game where he really pushes himself very hard and jumps and screams at the machine, and right now he's very much in control of this game. That was a nice little bounce over there. That could have been trouble, but he saved it and stopped it. Post transfer still issue. Oh, lucky to avoid a drain there, really. But he's back on task. Get control there. Bounced into mystery orb, which is 25 million. And the release from that, oh, good save there. He's got to get back on target. That combo is not very helpful to him, but he's back in the bumpers. He should be back to a nice catch on the right side there. Good drop catch, and his purpose of the drop catch there is then to get the ball right on the edge of the flipper so he can hold it on the flipper. So there are a couple of different purposes for drop catching, and that was really done to very good effect there. Sean now traps the ball on the right, and there's a little tough one there if the ball is leaking over the edge of the flipper as it is. Sean's been flipping it away on this game. Other players will try to tap it over to one side, maybe even flip it up again onto the same flipper, as you see sometimes on the newer Sterns. Post transferring again to the right. One advantage of post transferring for players, if you're new to pinball or if you haven't seen that move, it's a way to get the ball from one side to the other when you don't have a clear shot or an easier shot. And it also is a very safe move. There's very little bad that can happen here. You can't lose the ball unless something like that happens, where the post transfer isn't quite strong enough to get to the other side and he's forced to flip it away. But if the post transfer is short, as some are, he's just going to get it right back. Nice shot there to start coma, or to light coma, sorry, and coma on the right out lane, not the right out lane, the band member shot. It's going to be worth a significant number of points if he can get it. There's another nice drop catch, and a backhand to start coma as he gives a little clap there. Sean's closing in on 2 billion, and the right shot there, the coma shot, is going to add balls and score points. Nice left flipper shot there. That'll add a third ball into play as we start seeing the score at the bottom of the screen go a little bit nuts. More points off bumpers than off jackpots. He's got a few more seconds to add another ball. He doesn't, but it's still a 3-ball multi-ball. And here the scoring shot is that right band member saucer, which is ideal because it feeds the bumpers as well. So good shot there again from the left flipper. That is a tough shot. And he also shoots the right ramp, but that's not worth very much right here. Trying to get control on the right flipper to shoot coma again. Good 2-ball multi-ball so far. He's got almost 200 million just in this multi-ball. And that was a fumble there to end it, but no big deal. He's got 2.1, closing in on 2.2 million. He'll surely go over 2.2 from all the bumper action he's about to get, and about to start a third multi-ball. So it's a little bit of a grind to keep shooting that right lane, and he's in trouble here. See if we can get it back on the flipper. Oh, he's got it. Nicely done. Right loop there, right lane shoot, sorry. And that'll start multi-ball number 3. As we saw with the second multi-ball, you can get 50 million to jackpot on the ramps, and then the band saucer for 100 million. We'll see if he can get any further than that on this one. Nice shot to the left ramp, 55. There's the combo as we saw last multi-ball to the right ramp, and that'll light the band member saucer all the way on the right for 100 million. He's at 2.4, 2.5, still 2 million a bumper, balls everywhere, and he's got to get that band member saucer, get a ball trapped on the right, and get it in there. Those ramps aren't worth very much as he's got 2 balls in play, back down to 2 balls, but I want to see him get that Paradise City jackpot. It's a good one to get. And there was a great play if you want to go back over something. That was an excellent play and a good shot from the left lipper for Paradise City 100 million. And now back to jackpots. Left ramp, right ramp, jackpots again. He's got the right ramp cashed in. Left ramp for 77 million. And that looks like that's the end of the multi-ball. But about 30 seconds ago, in the middle of the multi-ball with 2 balls in play, there was a ball slowly rolling towards the center drain. And Sean used the other ball to hit that ball away from draining down the middle. That is a great multi-ball play, and one that I recommend trying to practice if you want to have good success in multi-ball in tournaments. Nice save there, and a little bit of a risk because he's got a lot of bonus points, but super save at 2.7 billion. Sean closing in on the grand champion score on the machine, which is just over 3 billion. He may even have it on the bonus. There'll be a lot of bonus coming his way. And he's back on task. Shoot the bumpers. Get 2 million a bumper. Add band members, and if he can add 6 more shots there, he's going to get into a 4th multi-ball. And at that point, he's got something significant. Oh, look, roll. Jeez, that almost never happens. Just a cumulative thing on shooting the drop targets, the left and the right. Rock spells roll or something, and just gave him 100 million. I'd barely ever seen that, to be honest. Good catch by Sean to recognize that the machine was offering that to him and cash it in. He's cashing in a whole lot of points here, and we'll see if this is part of a larger run for Sean. In Papa qualifying, doesn't matter how well you play on any one single game because you have to put together the run and put together 5 total good games. Not all 5 have to be great games, especially if Sean can pull a number 1 out of this game. That's worth 100 points. But the total number of points necessary to get qualified is somewhere around 225 to 250 depending on what year it is and how tough the competition is. So, and there's the end of the game, draining down the right. 30 million just for draining on this game. Sean Grant putting up the solid performance. He got another 50 million in bonus. That'll put him over 3.1 for the number 1 score on the game. Sean Grant, the Storm, SJG. See that as initials around New York City. Don't be surprised to see him a whole lot of places around the country as he plays in tournaments throughout. He'll be a force to be reckoned with at Pinburg and Papa tournaments, as he has been for the last 20 years. Thanks for watching, and play more pinball. Bye-bye.